Hi, everybody. If you're watching this video, please be sure to like and subscribe as I continue to try to grow my channel. So, this episode, A Queen's Court, Season 1, Episode 3, I Know You Lie. Um, I'm going to review this one. I'll probably just review the last episode. I'm not going to do every single episode. I'll probably watch it, but I'm not going to review every single episode. All right. So, anyway, we start off with the ladies talking about the night before and the men they eliminated, and they kept like Gatsby. Oh, help me, Lord. All right, so Evelyn said, at least, she was saying to the group, Nivea and Tamar, and she was like, well, at least he'll be a friend. Then Tamar goes, friends with who? Then she said, it's hard to be friends with a man who really likes you. Okay. And they were like, yeah, that's true. Tamar goes, it's given no boots for me. um, so if unless Evelyn plans to pick him, she's not here for it. I'm convinced production decides who stays around, so we are entertained, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, granted, I'm still watching, but I'm just saying. So, anyway, we see them meet up with Holly Robinson Pete. 5 men are added. This guy with the dreads, his name is Corey, says that he has dated people with millions of followers, so he knows he'd be good because he's grounded. You're a clout chaser, bruh. Like, you're a clout chaser. I just want these people to be good at the fake shit they do, at least. And they're not. They're not. They're really not. Okay. So, the main activity is doing an interview, which I actually think should be the main activity with all of them, with the ladies where they can ask any and everything they want to ask them to find out if they are their king. Let me just say this. I am so tired of people using the expression king and queen to decide or to like make somebody. Everybody can't be a queen or king in life. I don't go around saying I'm a queen. I said Beyonce's a queen. Beyonce is the queen. Okay. I just feel like that it loses its power if everybody's a queen and a king. Okay, just stop. As I continue to watch this show, I know I'm full of contradictions. What can I say? So the main activity, like I said, is doing this, and basically Holly explains that if they like what they hear, they'll ask you on a date. So Nivea starts her interviews with two guys. One guy is named Corinthian, like in the Bible, and he's 30. And Nivea was like, in the Bible? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, that is fire. I love her expression. I love how she don't take life too seriously. Then there's Travis. He's a white guy from Boston who's 33. She points out that they look really young. Um, and they are, for these women, production do better. Okay? So he's a boxer training in Atlanta. He has that Boston accent. He said, um, she asked him what he likes to do to relax if he's a boxer. He was like, art. And she was like, and it was supposed to be art, but Nivea was like, I thought it was something you eat or a religion. I didn't know. Atlanta meets the Northeast, okay? Because I know people come down and say they can't understand stuff, and then I hear stuff in New York, and I just can't. All right, I like Nivea. So anyway, Evelyn does her interview. She's talking to Gerard, who's 39, and a man named ATL Kells at 48 years old. And she was like, "Your name is Kells?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I had to distinguish myself from the other Kells." Sir, I have a hard time believing Kells is your real first name. I think it's kind of like your just run the street name. And that shit is whack as hell. Your name is probably Marvin or Marcus or some shit like that. Ninja, get it together. Okay? Anyway, please have enough moral conviction not to have R. Kelly's nickname at this point. So Evelyn says she didn't like his vibe, and I was like, I didn't either. Just everything about him seemed really fake. He was just kind of saying what he thought women wanted to hear, and it was just I saw right through it. Okay, so then we get Tamar talking to Corey, who's 34, the one who's a social influencer or dates social media influencers and thinks he knows what it is to be with a celebrity. Where did he get these people from? How can we take this seriously? I don't know, but I'm on spring break. All right, so he's a wellness guru, okay? Sir. All right, the same one who told us, yeah, like I said, all right. So he says he believes in mindfulness. Tamar asked if he believed in therapy. She was like, because I'm a big therapy person. I am too, Tamar. I believe in that too. So Tamar, though, I was really rooting for you in terms of you kind of changing what we kind of know about you based on your actions on TV. But recent reports is giving real backsliding tease. Okay? Like if you grew up in a Baptist church and grew up listening to James Cleveland, you know what a backslider is. Okay? Anyway, Tamar does eventually ask him on a date though. So they keep meeting people. Tamar asks about kids. Okay, they're still doing the interviews. Kels has 4 kids, one who's like 13 and 14, I can't remember. But he has two 2 year olds, twins. Okay. 2 years old, still young. I thought that was still too young with JR in terms of relationships with the baby mother and so on and so forth. And he has a newborn. He describes it as a newborn. Tamar asks, so why are you here? I mean, that's just real. She said, you're not still seeing your baby mama? He says, nah. She was like, why? She has your newborn and has 3 of your kids total. She was like, how come you aren't married? Good question. Okay, sorry. Fuck the bullshit. All right, he was like, what? She said she has 3 of your kids. And he leans over the table, borderline lunging, and was like, what that mean? I was like, sir, at 48 years old, you're a special kind of fucked up. When you go, what that mean when somebody has 3 of your kids at 48 years old? I'm not gonna even say 28 because 28 is too damn old to be acting like that. Okay? Something is all the way wrong with you. Move on. She was like, oh, you Nick Cannon, huh? I died. That shit is not fly. So she was like, you got a lot going on. He was like, nothing I can't handle. So they switched to her confessional and she was like, PSA, party people. Okay, anybody who has a newborn is unavailable. And anybody who has 3 other kids is still unavailable at the Queen's Court. All right? Talking about you want a date. Where are we going? Chuck E. Cheese? I mean, seriously. Like, that's facts. Like, that is shameful and embarrassing as a man. I need you to have more integrity than to be on TV looking for a woman, even if it is for play for you, than to embarrass the woman who has had your children. And knowing this show was going to get that kind of attention on the Shade Room, so on and so forth, which is probably why you want it. But I'm saying it is embarrassing to somebody who's with you. Okay? And I'm not here for that. I'm just not. All right? Anyway, so he was like, well, what makes you think you don't have a lot going on? I was like, wait a minute. So she says, I don't. I try to live a stress-free life. And he looks at the other guy and was like, see how she switched up on me? And Gerard, that's the other guy, he's 39, was like, man, look, let me your question. It's like, don't look over here. Bruh, okay, you've clearly watched her on TV and you're judging her. We could say she's judging you too. However, the difference is you're on here to get with her. And the premise of the show is based on her decision about the men she's picking. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, if this show isn't good for anything else, it's how trifling, showing us how trifling some men are, many men are. And that is not an age thing. It is a whole ass lack of integrity and sociopathy. Okay? That allows you to gaslight women, and in this case Tamar, within 3 minutes of meeting them. Bye. Just bye. Bye. Kick him off just now. And curse out production when you get a chance. So Tamar asked Kels and Gerard how they feel about women paying for dinner. Kels don't really say anything at first. I was like, call me old fashioned. I don't play that. I do not like cheap men. I don't, because I just think that's a longer way of basically their selfishness. People can say that's gender roles. You damn right. You're right. And I'm okay with that. Men ought to pay for those things. Okay? So Gerard was like, well, being from Georgia, I just wasn't raised like that. And Tamar was like, do you want to go out? Kels was in the confessional. I didn't get a date. These guys don't have anything on me. And I was like, well, anything on you, but they certainly have less than you, like less children, less baby mamas. Let's start there. Okay? Thank you, sir. So Corinthian, in my opinion, when I look at him, he does not strike me as straight completely. Okay? And I'm going to tell you later in the episode what also triggered that. Made my brain go, All right. So when the OG men came in, like, you know, the ones from like 2 weeks ago, okay, his eyebrows went up. That's what made me go, like him looking at them. Like, I have seen many a man do that when I walk into a party with a cute dress and my makeup done. I've seen that look. Okay, and it's not just a oh there they are. Like something about that was like I don't know if Corinthian really wants. Okay, so they have a mixer to talk to people and to get more dates. Okay, after having like the initial interviews with the new guys or whatever. So Jr. Comes up and tells Tamar he's not worried. Gatsby is looking like a stalker in the scene. He's always posted in the corner wherever Tamar is, like listening to the conversation or just trying to be on camera. I can't tell with him. Or maybe a little bit of both. I don't know, but it's weird. Please eliminate him already, okay? We're over it. We're over it. I'm speaking for everybody. We're over it. All right. So Evelyn is talking to Levon, who she ends up engaged to. And we already know Tamar's engaged to JR. That's why I said I'm not going to review all these episodes. But anyway, ask him on a date to avoid anybody else inviting him on a date. She wanted to like snatch him up. So Nivea asked Ty and Tarek and Rayshawn and Mac all out again. And I think she is working to try to go out with them again. And I actually like that because she's trying to like get to know them. She's not trying to like, because there's already a lot of guys, right? She's trying to get to know the ones she's already gotten to know that she likes better. So she even pulls Mac aside, because he seemed to be kind of in his feelings. He's clear. He's there for Nivea. So Evelyn asked Gatsby out, and he was kind of confused because he's been dating Tamar. Or dating the camera is what I think he's been dating. Evan was like, even if we end up being friends, I've seen growth. I would like to get to know you better. At the least, Gatsby, you can be Tamar's bodyguard since you want to follow her around like a weirdo. And at the most, you're getting camera time that you'll probably never get again. All right? Great. Moving on. Corinthian hasn't gotten a date yet. And he said what threw him off his pivot was all these guys trying to get at just 3 women. And that he's not used to being in that situation. Really? That probably is true for you, Corinthian. Bruh. But why are y'all on here acting like that's not the premise of this show? That shouldn't have thrown you off. You knew what you signed up for this. You auditioned for this. Like, come on. Like, I know. I'm like, why am I watching this? But I just can't help myself. All right. I hate watch a lot of things. So Gatsby sits down with Tamar and he asks, what were him and Evelyn well, she asked what were him and Evelyn talking about. And he basically goes, he tries to tells her about the date. He tries to go around it for a second. And Tamar was like, I welcome that. And he's on ice with her. And he tried to explain himself. She put a smile on her face and said, I welcome that. Like, she is over him. Like, get the fuck out of my face. I'm over him. He's too much. So Tamar, they all go on their different dates. They're all in like the park, like Piedmont Park. I guess that was easier for filming. So Tamar's date is on a bike. JR is like, how many group dates have we gone on? Like, I don't like to share my woman, but I'm strategic. This is in his confessional. And then he said, really, it's the JR and Tamar show. I mean, what are we doing? And I was thinking to myself, I don't know what y'all are doing, but what you are doing is planning to pitch a reality TV show and use Tamar's, you know, bit of celebrity to do it. Like, girl, run, and never come back. Okay? Like Simba in the Lion King, just run. Okay? I don't care. All this drama all of a sudden with his baby mamas. I could have told you that he had too many kids. And when he had one is young, it's one thing if somebody was married for a long time and they have damn near grown kids, like 13 and up. But like that wasn't enough time, Tamar. It's just not. So Corey tries to do a meditation thing with Tamar on this date. He starts telling her that his energy told him that they are connected to each other. In the confessional, she was like, that's like somebody walking up to you on the street trying to tell you what you need to do to improve your life. And we don't know each other like that. That's like them religious people who stop you in the train station with pamphlets and all that shit trying to get you into their cults. I can't play that. So Nivea's date is roller skating as a group, and she was like, I'm from Atlanta or whatever, but I can't skate, and skating is usually our thing. I love to skate. I haven't skated a long time, but I love to skate. I don't ice skate. I don't play with that. All right, but Nivea and Ty are connecting. I think Ty, though, is full of shit. He just gives me, I'm in the gym all the time. I expect women to be with me. He bought her roses, though. She said, it's not going to take anything to get my vagina from him. She's so honest and silly. She was like, I want him to stop. Evelyn's date is in the park with snow cones. She's sitting down with Levon, who she ends up engaged to. Like I said, they both said it is easy to talk to each other. And he said he's an introvert. And she was like, I don't think that about you. He said, well, when he's comfortable, it's different. And he said he likes her because they're opposites. So Evelyn says she likes Travis, that's the white guy who's the prize fighter, and she likes the fact that he's a boxer and can kick somebody's ass. Okay, the prize fighting part is like telling me you play football. Those men are too violent for a living, and I'm not here for it. Rodney Pete is a strong exception to the rule. Eddie George is a strong exception to the rule. There are too many football NFL players that be boxing women up. And Evelyn, I'm gonna need that not to be as attractive at this point in your life. No tea, no shade. Just take precautions, sis. That's all I'm saying. I'm certainly not making fun of your situation. I'm just saying take precautions. All right. So Gatsby says the oldest woman he's dated because he said he liked older women. He's telling Evelyn this. He's 35. He was like the oldest woman he's dated was 65. He admits he was basically screwing somebody that was worth $500 million, and he was like with every stroke it was like ching 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 ching. I said that is all you need to know. First of all, that is disrespectful as hell. And if he talks like about another woman like that, one, you're a gigolo. Two, that's how you talk about your sex life with other women to anybody else. And to me, I do not respect men who do that. What's between us is between us. I don't care if that's a high standard. It's a high standard. You're right. And I stand by that. Okay. Please eliminate him already. Evelyn was like, I'm gonna tell the girls ASAP. And he was like, okay. I was like, please get him off this show. I swear production is making these decisions. So Holly Robinson Pete comes to check in on the girls. They're tired because they've been at the park all day, like like some kids. I'm tired. All right, Nivea says she likes all the men, which is funny. Evelyn says she likes Levon. Holly points out this is the second time she's seen her melt when she's talking about Levon. And Evelyn tells them about the ching ching with Gatsby. Holly Robinson Pete, as usual, handles it with class and simply says, I'm shocked he would reveal that to you. And Tamar jumps in and Tamar goes, I'm not. She said, because he don't think. She said, that's all he does. He just wants to get the attention. And I was like, yeah, that's it in a nutshell. And Tamar, you would know best. So then Tamar tells the group that Kels has a newborn baby. Both Evelyn and Nia's face dismissed him with absolutely no words. It was like, mm-mm. That was all she needed to tell him. So anyway, Holly Robinson Pete leaves them with the decision to dismiss 4 of the men, or the 4 men to invite to the party, and then I think they're going to dismiss 2. So the dinner elimination, Holly and Rodney stay killing the looks. I got to give it to them. They are a nice looking couple. They have aged well. I like them. I also like the fact they're classy. Okay, so Travis, Corey, Corinthian, and Kels get invited to the elimination dinner. Yeah, these are 4 that actually needed to go. It's just a matter of what order we're going to kick them off. So Gatsby doesn't get invited because Tamar says she finds bigger problems with the other men right now. She was like, I'll get to Gatsby later. He better thank his luck. I was like, please get rid of him though. Anyway, Kel says he told them how many kids he had and he's not used to women frowning up and not receiving him. And I was like, Ninja, probably because you lied to them. And at 48, talking about how women react to you when you've had 3 kids by a woman in the past 3 years, you shouldn't be slinging it around anyway. You shouldn't be even trying to talk to other women. You have a control problem. And at the point in which, and we can sit up here and say, oh, people are grown. Yeah, but I have an issue with men who have that many kids that young at his big age. And the fact that you are putting other women, particularly other black women's sexual health at risk because you don't know how to behave sexually, I have a problem with that. And I don't have a problem saying I have a problem with that. All right, so Corey, Mr. Meditation, comes up to Tamar and straight up asks her at the elimination, dinner or whatever it is. He was like, why am I? I said, ooh, child, that's bold. She told him that he tried to snatch her soul. And he was like, what do you mean by that? And she said, look, I saw that as manipulative. It was Tamar. Don't doubt that. Then she said to him, she was like, you seem upset and bothered. He said, well, that he was bothered. And he felt misunderstood. He said he didn't mean to make her feel uncomfortable. All right, whatever. So the ladies said that this elimination has been the hardest thus far. I was like, why? Because there's so many people to kick off? Anyway. So Evelyn starts with ATL Kells and says she likes that he's an entrepreneur and all the ladies respect that, but none of them made a connection with him. So Rodney was like, please say your goodbye. Like, woo! I'm glad a man like Rodney is around though, because you know, some men will try to buck up, and he strikes me as one of them. Like, if there wasn't like a strong male presence there, like that's what I like about Rodney. Like, he's big enough to protect you, but he's not hostile. You know, he just will let you know. Um, he says that the women couldn't see Kells. ATL Kel says that the women couldn't see the connection. Bruh, because there wasn't one. And he says, I'm not going to stop. I said, I bet you ain't. Anyway, so Nivea sends Corinthian home. Is Corinthian? Yeah, it is Corinthian, not Corinthians. Okay. It's the books of Corinthians. The two, First Corinthian and Second Corinthian. Okay. So he says he enjoyed this experience. Corinthian took it, but honestly, I think he just wanted advertisement for his restaurant and he got it. And that's probably all he wanted. And then we move on. There will be no new men. That's the difference with this episode. They are now locked in with the group and they have to figure out who they're going to eliminate. And thanks to the Shade Room and thanks to the blogs and thanks to Tamar and Evelyn telling us their business, we already know who 2 of the 3 picked. So I'll probably just watch the last episode, but whatever. You all, I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hopefully it's warming up wherever you are. Hopefully spring will come and stay and then summer will come. Summer, my favorite season. All right. I'll talk to y'all soon. Please be sure to like and subscribe. See you later. Bye.